Jessica Andrade made her case for another crack at the Ultimate Fighting Championship women's strawweight title, and she made it in the strongest possible terms. The Piranha veiled to stand out battered, bloodied, and bested Claudia Gadelha in the UFC Fight Night 117 co-main event, picking up a surprisingly one-sided unanimous decision on Friday at the Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan. Scores were 30-25, 30-26 and 30-27, Andrade doing enough damage to warrant 3 108 rounds from the cage-side judges. Gadelha controlled the first half of the first round, but little else went her way. Andrade overwhelmed the Andre Pedernera's protege with high-octane offense, pairing powerful slam takedowns with ferocious ground and pound. Fight metric statistics were staggering. Andrade executed 4 takedowns, 5 guard passes, and outlanded the 3-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion by a 24,247 margin in total strikes. In the aftermath of UFC Fight Night St. Preux vs. Okami, here are 5 matches that ought to be made. Jessica Andrade vs. Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Rose Namajunas winner. Andrade has compiled a 41 record since putting down roots in the women's strawweight division, a unanimous decision loss to the incomparable Jędrzejczyk the only blemish. She so thoroughly dominated Gadelha over the final 12 minutes of their encounter that she likely leapfrogged anyone standing in front of her in the line that is formed behind Jędrzejczyk at 115 pounds. Joanna champion will defend her strawweight crown against Namajunas at UFC 217 on November 4. Avon St. Preux vs. Volkan Oezdemir. Yushin Okami lay frozen and unconscious in the center of the octagon, the latest victim in St. Preux's Von Flue Choke World Tour. OSP put Okami to sleep 150 into the first round of their main event, countering an ill-advised guillotine attempt with a shoulder choke made famous by Jason Von Flue. It was the first submission defeat of Okami's 45-fight career. St. Preux, 34, has responded to a 3-fight losing streak by posting back-to-back finishes against Okami and Marcos Rogério de Lima. Oezdemir, who eked out a split decision over St. Preux on February 4, has rattled off 5 straight victories and emerged as an unlikely contender in the light heavyweight division. Gokhan Saki vs. Kazimir at Antigua on Cutelaba. Winner Saki's anticipated promotional debut did not disappoint, as the 2006 K1 World Grand Prix finalist wiped out Enrique da Silva with a sleeping left hook 445 into the first round of their light heavyweight showcase. The Turkish kickboxer waded through fatigue and overcame significant adversity before unleashing the fight-ending blow on the Brazilian. Saki becomes an immediate person of interest in the thin talent pool present at 205 pounds, though he likely needs more time to polish his secondary skills before challenging those who populate the top of the division. Antigulova and Cutelaba are set to do battle at UFC 217 on November 4 in New York. Dong Hyun Kim vs. Alex White. An action fighter in every sense of the term, Kim may have been the man to put former Pride Fighting Championships and Shudo title holder Takanori Gomi out to pasture. Maestro handed Gomi his 5th straight defeat in their lightweight showcase as he cut down the shop-worn Japanese star with a lunging right hand and then mopped up the rest with punches and hammer fists. Gomi succumbed to blows 90 seconds into round 1. Kim, 29, will carry a modest 2-fight winning streak into his next appearance. White last competed at UFC 215 on September 9 when he stopped Mitch Clark with second round punches and sent the Canadian grappler into retirement in Edmonton, Alberta. Jussier da Silva vs. Magam Debulutov. Moraga winner da Silva excels against fighters who occupy the middle rungs of the Ultimate Fighting Championship's flyweight ladder. The Nova União export has compiled a 64 record since joining the UFC roster in 2012, losing only to John Dodson, Joseph Benavidez, Henry Cejudo and Ray Borg. Even after submitting Yuta Sasaki with a rear neck choke in the first round of their featured clash at UFC Fight Night 117, Da Silva finds himself on the outside looking in as a possible title contender. Debulutov, the undefeated former World Series of Fighting champion, will toe the line against Moraga at UFC 216 on October 7.